we are kicking things off with a major bust in Florida. Detectives with the Stuart Police Department have finally made an arrest following a months-long investigation into a stolen iPhone and a wave of fraudulent credit card charges. The suspect, later identified as Yevian Thorne, is facing serious charges after investigators determined he repeatedly used a victim's personal information to make unauthorized purchases. This is a story of digital theft and the consequences of a compromised iCloud account that spiraled into financial fraud. Are predicting about the company's pivot toward an artificial intelligence consumer hub. And finally, we get a sneak peek at the future of Apple hardware. Leaked cases for the first iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max have revealed a fascinating design direction, suggesting a return to familiar aesthetics while hinting at major internal camera upgrades, including a variable aperture lens. This signals that the design language is staying strong, but the technology inside is about to get a serious upgrade. Stay with us, because we have all the breaking news you need. Stuart, Florida. A months-long investigation into a stolen iPhone and a series of fraudulent credit card charges has concluded with the arrest of a local man. Detectives with the Stuart Police Department announced the apprehension of Yevian Thorne on Sunday, bringing to a close the probe into a significant cybercrime incident. The investigation commenced in December 2025 after a victim reported that their iCloud account had been compromised. Investigators determined that the breach allowed the perpetrator to make multiple unauthorized purchases, including gift cards and various other items. According to police reports, the suspect, identified as Thorne, systematically used the victim's personal information over approximately 1 month to execute further purchases and gain access to financial accounts. As the case progressed, a warrant for Thorne's arrest was issued. The culmination of the investigation occurred on May 17, when Stuart police were notified that the Martin County Sheriff's Office had located and arrested Thorne. Police subsequently found probable cause to book Thorne for 5 counts of fraudulent use of identification, petty theft, and theft of a credit card. Smartphones have evolved from simple communication devices into portable vaults containing years of personal data, including private chats, banking information, work emails, photos, and sensitive notes. This reality has led many users to feel significant anxiety when lending their unlocked devices to others, even for seemingly harmless tasks like watching a video or checking a score. To mitigate this risk, the iPhone feature guided access has become an essential tool for users seeking to maintain privacy boundaries without creating awkward social situations. Guided access functions by temporarily locking the iPhone into a single application. When a user enables this feature before handing over their phone, the recipient can only interact with that specific app, for instance, watching an Instagram reel, preventing them from accessing the user's gallery, messaging apps, or other sensitive data. This creates necessary boundaries, eliminating the tension associated with hovering over a device while simultaneously avoiding the perception of rudeness. The necessity of this feature was highlighted by an incident where the user realized how casually personal data is handled in everyday social interactions. This experience underscored that privacy breaches often stem not from sophisticated hacking, but from the absence of clear social boundaries. Setting up guided access is straightforward. Users simply open the desired app, triple-click the side button, select Start, and the device is instantly locked. Users also have granular control, allowing them to disable screen elements, block touch input, or turn off volume buttons for enhanced security. Ultimately, guided access serves as a powerful tool for peace of mind. It allows users to confidently share their devices for quick tasks, such as scanning a QR code or placing a food order, knowing that their personal digital life remains protected. In an era saturated with discussions about data leaks, this feature highlights an underrated aspect of online privacy: the need for simple, immediate methods to feel comfortable when sharing personal technology with others. Apple Inc. Shares closed above the $300 mark last week, providing a significant benchmark as U.S. trading resumed on Monday. The stock finished at $300.23 on Friday, marking a 0.68% gain on the day following a close of $303.20, representing a 2.4% increase from the previous Friday's close of $293.32. Despite a broad market downturn, which saw U.S. stocks sell off due to inflation jitters reflected in higher oil and bond yields, with the Nasdaq sliding 1.54% and the S&P 500 dropping 1.24%, Apple managed to post a positive performance. This lift was fueled by strong recent results. On April 30th, the company reported fiscal second quarter revenue surged by 17% to $111.2 billion, and diluted earnings per share rose by 22% to $2.01. CEO Tim Cook highlighted this as Apple's best March quarter ever, attributing the success to extraordinary demand for the iPhone 17 lineup. A crucial component supporting Apple's valuation remains its services segment, which reported an all-time high for the quarter, encompassing App Store fees and subscriptions. This steady revenue stream helps cushion fluctuations in hardware sales cycles. Wall Street sentiment remains bullish, with analysts raising price targets. Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives increased Apple's target to $400 from $350, anticipating the Worldwide Developers Conference could serve as a major inflection point. Similarly, Evercore ISI analyst Amit Daryanani bumped the target to $365 from $330, focusing on Apple's ability to boost earnings per share and free cash flow through services and cash generation. Competitive analysis also supports Apple's position, with reports noting that U.S. iPhone sales grew 1.3% year-over-year in Q1, even as the broader smartphone market declined by 5.7%, citing strong iPhone 17 demand and a delay in the Samsung Galaxy S26. The immediate focus for investors centers on the upcoming Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC, scheduled for June 8-12, where Apple is expected to unveil new tools and features, particularly concerning its artificial intelligence strategy. Furthermore, leadership changes are underway, with Tim Cook moving to executive chairman and John Ternus slated to become CEO on September 1st, signaling a continued focus on product execution and capital returns. However, risks persist. Concerns about persistent inflation and rising bond yields continue to weigh on the broader market. Additionally, legal complications arising from the breakdown of the OpenAI AI tie-up pose a potential challenge to Apple's software plans. As the market heads into Monday trading, support at the $300 level is key, with investors keenly awaiting proof that Apple's services and AI strategies justify its current valuation. Physical evidence of the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max has surfaced, offering early insights into Apple's design direction. Leaked third-party clear cases for the 6.3-inch iPhone 18 Pro and 6.9-inch iPhone 18 Pro Max indicate a continuation of the design language established with the current iPhone 17 Pro lineup. These cases prominently feature the familiar, large camera island cutout, suggesting that the external footprint of the new models will remain consistent with Apple's established aesthetic. This plateau design implies that while internal components may evolve, rumored to include Apple's first variable aperture main camera, potentially paired with a larger 1/112-inch sensor. The external dimensions should look familiar. However, leaks also point to a potential physical divergence. Some reports suggest a thicker camera bump on the iPhone 18 Pro series compared to the iPhone 17 Pro, likely necessitated by the new variable aperture lens design. Consequently, while the cases may visually resemble current models, compatibility between the iPhone 17 Pro and the rumored iPhone 18 Pro series cannot be confirmed. The anticipated launch window for the iPhone 18 Pro series is set for September 2026. Further updates suggest that the foldable iPhone Ultra will be introduced as an ancillary announcement, while the standard iPhone 18 and iPhone Air refresh are slated for the spring of 2027.